Hello there, what's the story, what's the crack, how y'all keeping? This is the ThePandaPuncher, yes, ThePandaPuncher, and welcome back to Let's Play Dwarf Fortress. This is part 7, and the last episode we left off with our semi-finished tavern here, and we're just going to quickly pause and make this the tavern that it needs to be. So we just need to assign the whole place as an area, make it a meeting point, assign location, add a location, an inn, and we've got the rounded snack. Now we also need to designate these as rooms and then assign them to the tavern we just created. Actually, we'll just go and make them all rooms first. Just more of a flow to the more of a flow to the buttons you press. Yep, enter or enter or enter. Assign location, yes. We only have one location to assign it to at the minute, so you know, won't take just makes this process a wee bit automatic and dull but necessary. Now, all these rooms have been assigned to the tavern. It'll automatically detect any sort of goblets, storage, tables, chairs, free area. But just on that note, here's a list of our locations. Currently in our fort we have only one tavern. It's called the Rounded Snack. Pretty shit name, we could change it, but I don't care enough. We need to assign a tavern keeper, and to be honest, in this fort, whoops, headset's going crazy. In this fort, with the list of names that I currently have, Quark is the only one who outside of Dwarf Fortress has managed a bar. So another thing I just noticed as I was loading up for this episode is that we have, as we look over here, way too many animals, and it's just insane. I mean, that's a ridiculous amount of animals. I could only do one thing, and that is hurt our frame rate at some point. So we're going to head into here, into the animals. Is it Shift B? Yes. Let's start the auto watch. Let's change the view so we can see everything. Total stock. Yes. I think I might need to give it a bit of time to run and register everything in the auto butcher. Instead of me having to go in and manually look through the list of animals, the auto butcher gives you sort of like a basic user interface that allows you to see how many animals you have, and you can dictate how many adult females are allowed to live before you start butchering the animals, and adult males, kids, and all this kind of stuff. So it just makes your life a lot easier. We're still hovering around the 34. As you can see, things are being popped up that have been added to the auto butcher watch list. So if we head back into animals, and you can already see marked on the right hand side there, a lot of animals have been marked for slaughter, and we'll just take a look at what the auto butcher has here. So yeah, by default, every species of animal is marked as having allowed a maximum of 5 female kids, 1 male kid, 5 female adults, and 1 male adult. I'm probably going to leave it like that for now. So yeah, straight off the bat, 2 cats, 13 chickens, 1 cow, and 20 dogs are going to be butchered. So food wise, we are sorted. And yeah, the value for fort is slowly but surely rising. We could do with a couple of more people entering Fey moods and making interesting artifacts, because one brilliant artifact just puts your the value of your fort through the roof. And yeah, just things get fun whenever you are. Let's build trap, cage trap please, and finish off these ones. Yep, see, everything has to be mirrored. So if not, I freak out. And when I freak out, then it's uncomfortable. So animals will get butchered, food will get made. Not that we're short of food. We have 338 meat and 400 plant. Considering that we bought out the entire human caravan, we stole everything from the elves, and we got quite a bit from the initial trading caravan that came from our dwarven brethren. On this level, I do want to sort of build another wood furnace and get it producing more charcoal, because we do need it. And am I making that out of charcoal? That seems smart. Q. Let's head into our older smelters, which aren't doing anything. Let's add native gold, and we just need to keep smelting this until... Now, we only have 1 bar at the minute, when I want 500 to 1000 bars. We have enough of it there, we just need to do it. Galena ore, yeah, repeat. We don't have enough of it about for it to be an issue. Cassiterite ore, repeat. Galena gives you lead and silver, cassiterite gives you tin, and it's just handy to have those bits and pieces lying about, because you never know when you need them. I see several gold statues in the stockpiles there, so that tells me that it's time to build some in our... build one here. Gold statues, that's all we have. So it's just, it's yeah, simply S. Yep. Another one. And one more. Nice. And then, of course, we can designate this area to be smoothed. That'll improve the overall look of everything. Now, I do realize all the animals are coming here, but do we want them hanging about here? If I can get away with... See, they should be hanging out here, because this is the meeting room. There. Meeting hall, yes. So, is this one a meeting hall? No, it's just designated for thing. I don't know. We'll just have to put up with it. See, everyone is going to be busy now. There's quite a bit to do. Farming is nearly pointless at this stage. Not sure I have marked these out to be... Nope. I'm going to make these archery ranges. And yeah, let's shoot from top to bottom. Data's arrows can train in that. Let's make this one an archery range as well. Yes, shoot from top to bottom. They can train there. And last but not least, the third and final archery range. Shoot from top to bottom and train. So every other month when Cisco's warriors aren't training, Data's arrows will be down here, shooting arrows obviously, and training up in their archery skills. That'll help both obviously shoot enemies and food. I'm just mining this out, and then I'm going to dig down a channel so that we can collect any arrows that miss their targets and fall down behind. If you give them a distance of 1 to drop, I think it's something like, oh, human crossbowman is visiting our fort. Nice. So if we go into this, do we have others? No, that's the dead I'm missing. So we have 2 guests at the minute. Salda blah blah blah. We have a goblin spearman. Let's view him. Medium. Oh, damn, we can't enter his thoughts, can we? That's one thing I haven't actually done in this playthrough yet. Let's view unit, enter thoughts and preferences, whatever. So this is me, essentially, the ThePandaPuncher, the expedition leader of Granadars. I finished up some work. I'm very satisfied. I'm apparently a woman as well. She felt satisfied at work within the last season. She felt self-pity after being unable to practice a craft for too long. She felt self-pity. She's lonely, annoyed. Man, they got me down to a T. Blissful after sleeping in a very good bedroom. Very annoyed when caught in the rain. Satisfied upon improving appraisal. Blah blah blah. Worshipper of the Vulture of Froth, which is another thing we have to take into consideration. We will be setting up sort of like, whenever I've tried it in the past, I just did this one floor and several sort of like technically churches set up dedicated to the various different religions that are represented in our fort, and this is where the Vulture of Froth, there will be one for that, because that's what my character believes in. Citizen of blah blah blah, don't care. She is quick to tire, yep, that's true. Likes horn silver, tin, purple, spinal, giant moose hoof, walrus tooth, stingray parchment, the colour ivory, cabinets, turkeys for their wattle, and koala men for their adorable appearance. Fair enough. When possible, she prefers to consume yeah, Hard wheat beer and string beans. She absolutely detests brown recluse spiders. Yeah. And of course, as being a dwarf, is a short, sturdy creature fond of drink and industry. So yes, that's me. Interesting description, I suppose. Yeah. So yeah, everything's. Oh, what have we got in the cage here? Is it the croc? Yep, we got a crocodile in a cage. Kinda knew that would happen. Let's build more cage traps down here, because if nobody removes that, that's one less cage to stop creatures coming in. So more the merrier when it comes to our defense. There would be a lot of people who are assigned tailoring jobs that are coming down here and grabbing cave spider silk, which is why you'll see the odd dwarf just randomly coming out from the side of the cave. There's another crocodile moping about there. Actually, do we have anything weird on the list? So they're all the dead missing again. So we have the 3 guests now. Someone's telling a story, someone's listening to a story. So human maceman. We have a few emus. That cave crocodile, and yes, of course, the other cave crocodile we spotted. So it means there isn't too much else going on in terms of animals or threats or anything like that, which is good, because I'm not really, like, we've only just set up our military, we're only starting to get a wee bit comfortable, so why rush into danger? It's going to find us, find English, hello. It's going to find us soon enough. This is Dwarf Fortress after all. It's not a matter of if, it's when your fort will collapse. One thing we actually haven't checked on, our fortifications up top are taking their time, but there is 3 places where we can actually finish the is it capital F? Yes. Where we can finish the fortifications. So there's that one. We're not building it out of granite, you big idiot. Logs. We can finish it here as well. And the other side. Nice. So that'll only leave the bottom left hand corner to finish once the rest of the walls get completed. And oh, some migrants have arrived. Very nice. Wonder how many we will get this time. Where are they coming in from? I haven't seen any yet. They're coming in from the bottom here. So you can see them all streaming in flashing X. So yeah, we'll wait until we think this wave has passed, and then we shall look about assigning, whatever animals they brought to the pasture and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is the second time recording this episode, because after the migration wave, the game crashed and I lost everything. So I just started over again from where the episode was supposed to start, and I'm saving now after the migration wave, so we have a backup there in case something goes weird again. It does take a bit of time. It's a lot of information to save. You wouldn't think it due to the graphical thing, but you know what? So what? I am definitely, though, in the next few episodes going to do an episode solely in ASCII graphics. I'm going to do one, maybe half the episode in what Dwarf Fortress is coded like. I mean, let's continue playing. Region 2, enter. Yeah. So the default graphics with the game, if you didn't download a tile set, and then with the sort of nice ASCII graphics that I like. It's a tile set that squares everything. So we will do that. See, what did I say I was going to do? That was a weird one. Just sort of lost the ability to speak there for a second. We're going to assign anything that needs to be assigned to the pasture, i.e. grazing animals. And yeah. Do we need to cut down any more wood soon? Nope. Okay. A lot of caged animals there, but I mean, we can put them on display in a room somewhere at some point. That's the main purpose of having caged animals, or caved enemies, which are even better. Let's build doors and plan mode, so they get built when they get built. The only awkward thing about rooms like this is that are basing the bedrooms around this design is that they sort of count out the the rest of this level. I mean, it's just dedicated to this one thing, and that can be an issue. But then again, we do have like 130 levels to sort of dig between. We can build buildings on the surface if we wanted. Not natural for dwarves to build forts on the surface, but a lot of people do it as a challenge, so that instead of digging down, you build a massive tower and you go up, which is something I'd be interested in doing. That'd be kind of an interesting concept. So it would, yeah, it would be cool. You could do two small towers, build them up, and then you could have a bridge between them at different levels. Be kind of a interesting little project to take on. See, the walls and floors are getting smooth down here. The number of crazy animals has calmed down quite a bit, and we have our gold statues installed. So yeah, what's the state of the pond grabber? What the hell is that? It's a small creature that lives in watery ditches deep underground. It has a sharp beak and 4 tentacles with claws at the end. Its skin is blue. This sounds like a badass motherfucking animal. So it has a sharp beak and 4 tentacles with claws at the end. It's like a weird octopus hybrid thing with something else. That's crazy. Let's view this guy. No, I don't want to view. I want to zoom to you. So where are you? There you are. Okay, so the whatever the tavern's called, the rounded snack is it's got its guests. It's got stuff happening. Eventually, we will want to start creating our own instruments and stuff. But I think the amount of stuff we're going to steal off trade caravans, it's probably nothing we have to worry about. Just to that end, let's take a look at our stocks. Meat, fine. Cheeses, more than fine. Liquid, globs, seeds, ammunition. There will be stuff we have to unforbid here, like 73 copper bolts, 4 bismuth bronze bolts, 6 chicken bone bolts, wooden bolts. There we go. Nothing else. I'm looking to see where like instruments would be. And I don't. We have quite a bit of sheet. We have a pile of individual sheets, but not a lot of anything else. And this is just thread and stuff that's already banned, and I want to keep it that way. Hold on, I'm just going to quickly try and find. So we have toys. That's nest boxes. Yeah, there's the toys. So we have a few of them going around. There's tools. And here's our musical instruments. So papaya, wood, cydia, jut, blah blah blah. So we have a few. It's nothing too much to worry about. So overall we have now 44 dwarves. That's 10 in the last migration wave. In the episode that got broken, we actually had 12 in that migration wave, so we didn't lose too much with the crash. So we didn't. A couple of idlers floating about, but not that many considering how many dwarves we do have. Everybody is doing something. So we go to, nope, it's not the one I wanted to go to. Units. So you have people here. Quite a lot of people are socializing. There's the 2 kids we have are playing make believe, and then one's playing with a toy axe. Some people are training. Then there's a lot of storing, smelting, drinking, sleeping, typical dwarven things. But yeah, everybody seems to be keeping themselves busy. So they are. What is going on over here anyway? Prepare raw fish, render fat. Farmer's workshop. Is there a task? We can make cheese, milk animal, shear animal. No, nothing I'm too concerned about. Jeweler's workshop. Yeah. Nope. Cancel. Cut lab is silly. We should be cutting some gems, but not too fussed. Killing. Do we want anything here? Make instrument. Yes. Okay. See if that gets done. Make quicklime, make pearlash, new. What's down here? The glass furnace. Yeah, I don't care about that either. Is there any other furnaces that I'm missing here? Not furnaces. Workshops. Old workshop. We don't have a quern or millstone, but I'm not too worried about that. We don't have a clothier shop. That's because we couldn't at the time. Because we didn't have like buckets or something. So yeah, let's not make it out of ash or charcoal. Let's make it out of whatever the hell I just pressed there. Q. Let's not make that. Build workshop. Let's go to the clothier's workshop yet again. And let's not make you out of anything crazy here. We just want to make you out of wood. And then, what else do we not have? We don't have a siege workshop again. Not fussed about that. We don't have an ashery. Hopefully we can build it this time. Sphalerite blocks, wood barrel, bucket, fine. Dyer shop. Barrel, bucket, fine. And last but not least, soap maker's workshop. Because we will need that for our hospital, which is actually the thing we will just set up straight after this. So yeah, they'll get made. And yeah, that'll be fine. Now we need to build a hospital somewhere. And normally I like to build it near the top where our people are more likely to come into contact with people in general. But we shall build it here, and it's going to be nothing special. I mean, nothing special. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, nice and centered. And this is just me randomly throwing something together. That is weird looking. Another line needs to go. So that's them even at the minute. Do I want to continue that way? Yes. This is like going to be the weirdest hospital I've ever made. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because usually it's just a rectangular room and la-di-da. But not this time. We need to make some chain, isn't it? Maybe not. We'll worry about it once our dwarves are actually doing something. Speaking of medical, though, we should do a medical dwarf novice day. Quill 18, you are the doctor, which seems kind of ironic due to the number of dwarves you have murdered over the years. But yeah, Quill 18 is our doctor. And as you can see, there was no requirements for him. He doesn't need an office or anything. He just needs to do his goddamn job, which is save all of our dwarves from the brutal injuries that are slowly but surely going to come their way. Such a beautiful game. Yeah, I'm waiting in anticipation though for something to actually give us a pause for thought, because so far that just hasn't been the case. DT, let's just line up a few more trees to be chopped down there, because we are going through the wood pretty quickly, and it's always important to have more trees. Plus this will piss off the elves, and you know, as I've mentioned before, Betsy has given birth to a girl. Fair play, Betsy. It's another child in the dwarf though, and they're, other than having a surprising ability to kill enemies, you can't control them. They don't participate in the general labour of the fort. Goddamn labour laws. And yeah, they're just sort of annoying mouths to feed, which is unfortunate. But again, let's build containers. Yes, let's build them here. Okay, I want to try and keep to a similar type of container. As long as it's a stone coffer, I don't care what material it's made out of. Which is unfortunate because I have to keep researching for it. I wish I'd remember the last one you chose. Where is the... that coffer's going to have to do the job. It's based on things that are close, the distance that they are, and that does cause an issue from time to time. So yes, back to the marble coffers. This should be appearing on the list higher up each time we go down. Where did it go this time? Really? Alright, that'll do the job. Another Dorite coffer. Whoops. Hornblende coffer. Right, the coffer is the ones that are made out of stone. They look like little stone pirates' chests. So visually, whilst they might be different colours because they're made of different stone, they'll be the same kind of thing. But a wooden one looks different, a leather bag looks different, and all that kind of stuff. So when it comes to rooms like in a tavern, or where you kind of want some sort of consensus on style, then you sort of have to sort of sort through the list. There is ways of filtering the list, but you know, who cares? Build hitch. We shall do the same for the rooms we have here, but this time it doesn't really matter what goes in the room. These are only our minion dwarves. We don't care about them. They get the basic shit, or they just get whatever the hell comes at the top of the list. So yeah, this completes the basic essentials for a effective dwarf bedroom. A bed for sleeping in, chest of drawers for or a cabinet to store clothes and stuff, and a coffer or some sort of storage container that stores, I think, food and bits and pieces like that, so you don't have rotting food left in dwarven bedrooms, creating miasma, and if the door's opened it spills out, makes people sick, and it's just a pain in the ass to deal with. So yeah, slowly but surely some doors are getting put onto these bedrooms, and yeah, you've got a small army of dwarves coming down with coffers and bags to put the storage into these rooms. Yeah, nice, everything is coming along nicely. Our tavern has got some guests, I think, still here. Yeah, a couple of guests. Okay, you did mention that someone who doesn't get a coffin or memorial slab put to them comes back. Well, the ghost of the Ral Brumran Broreknacat, the fishery worker who died or went missing near the start of this fort, has come back to haunt us. Hello, Ral. So yeah, before I leave for this episode, we need to come here, and where is it? Is it might be here, task engraved memorial slab, Alt S, to him. Okay, resume. So someone going to go and do that, please. I want someone just to take a stone and appear at that crafting workshop, because the longer the ghost hangs about, the more trouble it's going to cause. Which, you know, is an issue. You know, you don't want ghosts pissing you off your dwarves. They're already skittish enough. So they are... Oh, do I have to create slabs? JMQ slab, rock slab, 10 please. Resume. Speaking of... Oh, okay. And this is the last thing we're going to do before I shoot on. Door there. Door there. Let's make 3 wide. Just jumping away a bit too far there. This might be where we have the religious stuff too, but for now I am just planning out where initial coffins and stuff like that can go. So yeah, just bear with me a second. This just takes a bit of thought. 1, 2, 3. Nice. So yeah, this will be a corridor around our dining area with the entrance either side of the dining room, and to that end we shall mark this out as expansions either side. I might want to do one in the center of the middle as well. but we won't have doors. Adds a bit to pathfinding, but you know what? I'm sticking with it. But we also going to create space around the rest of the outside here. I can't do that one, it's too close. Nope. Let's get start here first. That's that. So yeah, these little one block sort of indentations to the wall. This will be like essentially like little alcoves. In here we'll place coffins, memorial slabs, all that kind of stuff for our fallen comrades, including the ghost that's currently haunting us. And it's kind of, you know, as I was pointing out, important that we don't have ghosts. For obvious reasons, really. There is no Ghostbusters to call. Yes, we went there with that kind of joke. Don't judge me, you pricks. And there's more than enough dwarves about without doing any jobs, and more than enough picks for miners to pick up, that this should get done pretty quickly. JM rock slabs still 10 out of 10 to be done, which means we don't have one made yet, so obviously the memorial slab is not engraved. But yeah, this episode is going on too long. That's going to have to wait to the next one. So yeah, this video is over. Please go away, and until next time, goodbye and good luck.